170, folks. Good morning, and this is Charlie giving you Friday's live trading. It is non-farm payrolls today, but we're still potentially going to be trading here this morning, or we are trading here this morning. I'm about to take a position, so we're going to go long on the dollar yen here. So let's put 2 units in first of all here. 1, 2. So I've got 2 units in on the dollar yen. And it's just pulled back to a couple of bits of areas of support. It's hit an 8 a.m. pivot, the 4-hour pivot down here, and it's just overshot that 5-minute 50 there, that white line there. And it's also just come down to hit its hourly 50 moving average there as well, the white line. So I've just put 2 units in on the dollar yen there at about 90, 91, whatever it was at, 91. Now, do I put more units in on this dollar yen on a non-farm payrolls day? The stop, by the way, I'm going to put the stop down at 112.70 for now. I might actually, that's probably a little bit much. I'm just going to do some analysis on that. That might be a little bit much putting it that far away. I can probably get away with 75. As far as where I'd be comfortable having the stop, so we might be able to get away with it, the stop being only about 15 pips or so. So I'll just have a quick look at that and then we'll come back to this. But yes, dollar yen on the long side, and we'll see how we go. The hourly charts look okay, the 4-hour charts look okay. So I'll press pause for now. Okay, just back, and this is the hourly chart now of the dollar yen. I bought it here this morning at over here at 90, 91, and it has just rolled over, so I've been stopped out. So let's just take a quick screenshot. I might trade again today yet, but the week itself has been an interesting, a reasonable week. I've had some losses, but we've had some really good swing trades come through. So So what we'll do, we'll look at some the potential for trades later on. But I don't feel like I'm in a big. So it's minus 400 there. I have to find more trades. I'll trade if there's something which I think is reasonable enough. So we'll see. You never know. Maybe I get on the short side yet of this dollar yen. The problem we have is it's 9:45. It's 12:30 and then non-farm payrolls comes out. So I think I'm probably going to have to wait until after non-farm payrolls and see how the markets are moving then, because what I don't want to do is then just take another trade only to then the market then go sideways or whatever into non-farm payrolls, and I'm just in a trade that I'm stuck in and I've got to just come out of because of non-farm payrolls. So probably going to wait until after that news now before I take another trade. Okay, just back, and it's now what, 11:45. I've just been on a break from the guys in the room here, and we have a mid-morning break. And coming back to an hourly chart on the dollar yen, so I got stopped out, and it's back up at where I basically got in. That happens on day trades, but we can't do anything about it because we've got non-farm payrolls in 45 minutes. So, but after non-farm payrolls is out, if I see this dollar yen coming up, then I'll happily get back on board. There's some pips available on the long side up to, which is what we were looking for this morning. So if it does display strength on the back of the non-farm payrolls, then I may get back in on the long side on that one. But other than that, I don't think I'm going to be trading anything else. The other markets have had such amazing runs. Now they could pull back, but I'm not going to be trying to capture those. They've had such amazing runs. But the euro has hit some resistance zone, so maybe it can pull back today. But I just don't want to be in that fight. I'll leave that to all the other traders around the world who are trying to pick the tops there. But of course, at some point they have to pull back, of course, and maybe they do. So, but anyway, for now, I'm just going to be focused on that dollar yen and seeing if that can push up. So we'll come back to this just before non-farms. I was just talking to the guys here, with the non-farm payrolls. The problem with non-farm payrolls is it's obviously a volatile, seen to be a volatile event. I would like to still be able to trade once that news is out. It can spike in both ways, and that's the risk. But anyway, this dollar yen, it could go either way today. This is the hourly chart. It could break either way. If it breaks up, there's some clear air to the upside. If it breaks down, there's a bit of a run down to my 200 here on the hourly chart, which is a 4-hour 50, and there's some other levels there. So we really could trade this dollar yen on either direction today. So we'll see how it goes. We'll come back to it at 1:30. Okay, just back. So we got the non-farm payrolls news is coming out in about 15 seconds here. And we're just going to watch and see how it goes. And it can break either way. It can really can. It's just a case of whether it's nice enough. The spreads have widened right out, so let's just see which way we're going to go. Can't trade it with the big wide spreads, so we'll see as we get the news. It's going up by looks of things, so it could be getting on the long side. So let's just see. Okay, long here at 95. I'm going to get the stop in quickly. I've got one unit in. Stop's going in at 77. And I've got to put that stop in fairly quickly because sometimes they shoot back down quite quickly. So I've got one unit in so far at 95. Second unit in at 97. And so I'm just doing this very quickly. 112. I'm just getting my stops in. So I've got 2 units in long on the dollar yen here. I've said it can go either way. So nothing too major from a volatility perspective out of that. So it's just a case of seeing if it can hold. And if it can't hold, then I'm going to take a 20 pip stop loss, aren't I? And on those 2 units. But if it can hold, my momentum measures might then start to come in line as well. And then the potential is to add to it. So let's see. I shall press pause for now. Okay, just back, and we can see that the we're just bobbing around here. It's about 5 minutes past the news there, so we're not anything too great going on here at the moment. But we're targeting the 113.30 zone. So let me actually just remind you from our trade this morning, was going to be targeting that area up here. So we're still targeting. It's literally a smidgen below 113.30. So it's basically, if I bring the, it's this sort of area right here across that level of activity there. But what we're going to do, talking with the guys in the trading room here, is we're going to take one unit off if it can get up there. So we'll take one unit off, and the other unit we'll leave to run and see if it can have a bigger break. Okay, so that's what we're going to be up to today. Now, if it does get up to that that level, we'll have more than yet again, a bit like last week's video. We'll pay for this morning's loss and still have a bit of profit on the top. So when you get good risk-reward trades, that's what happens. And so then you don't have to worry about having losing trades because you're confident in your overall trading, and that you only need to have some good risk-reward trades to come through, and they more than pay for your losers, and that's the name of the game. Anyway, so I'll press pause for now and we'll see how this gets on. Right, okay, just back, and we can see that the dollar yen here has just hit the target. I'm on the phone to Kim as I'm doing this. I'm going to quickly bank the profit up here because it's just hit that level. Right, okay, so we've just banked half here. So when I get off the phone to Kim, I'll do a review here. So just banked half on that dollar yen. I'll be back to this shortly. Okay, right, so I've just got off the phone, so let's do the, so we've hit that target there. So what I'm going to do is just take a screenshot of the trades from today now. So this is where we're at. So those were the first 2 entries that we lost £400 on this morning, and these are these entries that I got in this afternoon. Still got, just banked that one, just a short while ago. And what I've said to the guys here in the trading room, I was just going to leave the second half anyway and just see how it gets on. So as it currently stands, what's that, 300 and call it 200, so that's 500. So I'm up about £100 net as it currently stands. So but the potential, I don't expect this to carry on going any further really today, because this dollar yen, as you look at the daily chart here, it's already had a good day. It's a decent day. It doesn't have to do any more range on the day. But I've said to the guys in the trading room here, well, we might as well just leave it open and just see if it can run here based on the dailies up to here. And if it does, then that'll be another little trade that we've got into on an intraday basis, which could potentially become a nice swing. So we'll see about that. Anyway, if you do like out these YouTube videos, by all means do subscribe, because it means that you do get a notification when any of our videos go out. So Kim's just reminded me to remind you about that. Enjoy your weekends, and I'll be back in touch next week.